Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Since we are still pretty early on in this new year, I thought this would be kind of a cool video to make. Sort of a New Year goals video, sort of not, but something that I think in any case would be fun to check back in on later on. So what we're talking about today is how I define success. What does that mean? I'm glad you asked because I'm really not all that sure. Please let me know if I screw this up. I think that people can get caught up in trying so hard to be successful that they might not even realize that they are being successful. We compare ourselves to other people a lot, and I'm not saying that that's necessarily a bad thing, but I do think that looking at other people and going, wow, they are successful is so much easier than saying the same thing about yourself. How you measure the success of other people compared to how you measure your own success or how you define your own success are almost two totally different things. Being inspired by other people is great, especially if they're people working in your field or with and around the things that you enjoy, but the second you start to brush off the things that you do because you weren't doing the thing that that other person was doing, that's when you start to really kind of unravel from the bottom up. You might be building, but really building on what? Last year, I did this a lot, and I think had a leeching effect on my happiness and stunted my growth, not just as an artist, but with other things as well. So this video is really just me trying to bring some of my own attention to this issue because this is an exciting year for me. And not because I have any idea what's gonna happen, but because I want it to be, damn it. So how do I define success? As an artist, success for me is very fluid. It changes constantly. The future version of myself that I idolize is different daily. I spent the day writing and I wonder what it would be like to be a great writer. And I spend the next day acting my face off and then I wonder what it would be like to be a great actor. I've talked about this before, but I'm not just one thing. Even if I do occasionally get stuck on one thing for a little while. I think the successful version of myself that I aspire to be at the end of the line will end up being an impossible combination of all of the things that I'm truly passionate about. So my success to me is in making sure that I'm working. A little, a lot, it doesn't matter, but only on the things that fulfill me, that inspire me creatively, and that make me happy. In my first video on this channel, I said that I wasn't a successful artist, and that at least I wasn't yet what I thought a successful artist was. I've been finding that lately, I've been sort of redefining what I mean when I say successful, because where is the threshold of success? You say people are or they're not, but where is the line? And when do you cross it? It's kind of a hard question to answer, and I think part of the reason why so many people have anxiety about this image of success. That's why I, at least, am choosing to sort of ignore that perfect picture and instead look inwards and try to find my success in more of my day-to-day. If someday I am in a position where I no longer have to rely on working survival jobs for my income, that would be a massive step in my career. But again, where is that threshold of success? Is it before, after I let go of that last job? Is it only after I do artwork exclusively for a while? I don't know. I think success can be found in the journey rather than at the end. Aspirations are important, but I think that if you start chasing relentlessly this perfect image of success, you tend to get lost in it. And that may work for some people. I'm not trying to tell anyone what the correct version of success is. What I'm saying is that I think that if I make this small adjustment to the way that I measure my own success, for me, it'll help me in the long run. Oh boy. Does this make any sense? So now we are to the goal-ish part of the video. This is sort of a quick, broad list of all the things that I think I find my day-to-day success in, and also what I think I can change about them going forwards. Like I said, this is going to be a good year for me, and it is very much my intention to make changes to make that happen. So, here we go. Singing. I think there are a ton of really great opportunities for singers, opportunities that I am certainly missing out on, especially here in New York. Singing complements acting very well, so I will continue to work on my voice, to build up my repertoire, and be, you know, more fearless about just having fun with it. Acting. Something I'm going to be leaning into very much in my near future will be auditioning. I love acting. I straight up don't like auditioning. I think it's awful, but it's an important part of the process, so I will be pushing myself in that area as well. Writing. I have a few project type things already under my belt. I'm not really talking about those things yet, so just know that I really do enjoy writing and I will continue to do so. Writing does tend to be the first thing that hits the back burner when other projects flare up, so I'm hoping that I'm gonna be a little bit better about scheduling maybe dedicated writing hours or something. I think it'll really help. And yes, I am still journaling, thank you. Videos. I like making videos. It's another way for me to express myself creatively, but I don't really want them to totally derail me and get in the way of other things. So I'm just trying to do one new video every 2 weeks. Plenty of time to work on other things while still having something fun and creative to fall back on if I get tired. Photography. Almost kind of goes hand in hand with videos, but I do enjoy taking photographs. The editing process for me is relaxing and fun. Plus, I think being able to edit photo and video is a skill that people find valuable and may be very useful for me to maintain. So I will continue to maintain it. Reading. This isn't really a creative outlet, but I do believe that there is a lot to gain from reading. Normally, I'm awful with it. I think I read maybe 3 or 4 books last year, none of which were plays. I know I can do better, and what better way to keep me thinking creatively than to be consuming someone else's creativity passively. Did that make sense? Oh my God. One of my really good friends, Max, over at Quill and Film Productions, recently posted his reading list for 2018, and my God, it made me feel some things. So I will be reading a lot more, and with his list in mind, I'm going to be making my own list for this year and see how I did at the end. Quite an easy thing to do on a commute for me, so I'm not really taking time away from anything else to get this done. It should be easy. So these are the things that I am working on that kind of define my current state of success. I'm very interested to check back in on this video later and see where I am in comparison, you know, what things have come around, opportunities and whatnot as a result. I have a few videos coming up where I sort of break down some of these points in a little more detail, so if you feel like this was maybe too quick of a list, it was intentional, I'm sorry. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you like. I am on Instagram as well if that is interesting to you, and I will see you in the next video. Have a good one, guys. Bye.